love him.
Alright, my number 3, I am cheating. That is Light Yagami and L.
You cheated because you can't pick between the two.
Okay, this is the reason why I picked them both. This show does not work without either or.
It's very true.
Because look when L dies halfway through. The show is still good.
It's weaker, though.
It's just not as good. The
They
constant...
replaced him with Nier, and that was weak.
The constant cat and mouse game between Light and L is what makes the show good. The bicker between them, the back and forth between them,
the jokes,
them trying to outsmart each other, them trying to figure out who they are, what's L's real name, is like Kira. Like that is what makes this show so freaking good. I love Death Note. It's one of my favorite animes. But
personally, I like Al better. That's a personal preference.
I can't choose a favorite because they both make the show for me. Like I love Ryuk. And I love Ryuk.
But Ryuk's almost like he's like looking on the outside.
Yeah, he's just basically an audience member. He's just want to watch.
He's just like us. He's just watching it all happen.
He's just watching the good show. And what makes this good show is Light and L. They make this show good. Death Note would not work without Light and L. Like
fair enough.
They tried with Nier, and they like
it was just
and Mello.
It was just there were weaker characters. That's all.
I didn't like Nier. I didn't like Mello, but I love L.
It took
because L is just as smart as Light is.
He is. He had one fumble. Yeah. You know, you think about it. He never got his name for so long, and it's because he knew Kira would try to find a way to get his name, and that's why he handcuffed himself to Light.
Yeah, and they're both equally smart, but they're both completely different people. Like, L is like a very quiet, weird-looking guy.
Who sits like this.
He's got like big dark circles under his eyes. He's constantly got his thumb in his mouth.
He eats a lot of sugar.
He just all he eats is cake and cupcakes and stuff.
He really likes
and Light is just a very like classy kind of guy. He likes to think he's like a sweet man, but really he's a sociopath.
He's a psychopath. Not even a sociopath. He is a psychopath.
Oh, he's crazy. Like when he's around like his friends at school, he's just like this. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey guys.
Deep down, you're crazy.
When you see him as Kira, he's like,
I will tell you all.
I will take a potato chip and eat it. I'm sorry, I love that scene.
That scene is really funny.
Alright, go, number 3.
Okay, so my number 3 is Koyuki from the Mongolian Chop Squad. Why I chose Koyuki...
I was made to hit in America.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So that's just the opening scene. Sorry, it's so catchy and clever.
It's so catchy, I love it.
I was torn between choosing Ryusuke and Koyuki. Why I pick Koyuki over Ryusuke is just for the fact that this kid has so much heart. And literally, I don't think he could do a humanly bad thing.
I think that kid was me in high school.
Well, very much similar. Because, you know, he really only had one friend in the end of it all. But the thing is like, no matter how much mean things were done to him, he was still standing strong and wanted to fulfill his dream of becoming a great guitar player. Everyone told him, you know, you're a terrible guitar player. Why would you want to play guitar? And he just practiced and practiced. And he ended up becoming such a great guitar player that Ryusuke was like, you literally have to rejoin the band.
He's a straight up good guy.
Just
like,
a great kid.
There's nothing that like stops him.
This kid.
Yeah. Like, there's at times he can always be an asshole. He never chooses that route.
There's a scene where this girl he likes, which is actually Ryusuke's sister, and named Maho, and he has the opportunity to say an awful thing to her because of what she does, and he says nothing. And I knew right then and there, I'm like, this kid is just the greatest human.
He's just so nice, and he's got a beautiful voice too.
And God, can he sing?
He's so good.
One of my favorite scenes is when him and Maho sneak into this pool and they sing "Moon on the Water," and it is so beautiful. It's very atmospheric. They shoot a very big scene onto the moon, and you know what? You're like, this gives me chills. This is so beautiful. The music is so beautifully done. His voice is so beautiful. I can tell he really loves this girl, and I can tell that, like, even though he's young and inexperienced, he just tries.
He's so likable. He's just so likable, and I love him. He's such a nice guy.
I love it. I love a character that I feel super emotionally attached to.
Oh yeah, great choice. Okay, coming to my number 2 is another anime about high school, and that's Sintaro from Kids on the Slope.
Kids on the Slope's a great anime.
I love this character. This character actually is nothing like me, but this character's just so compelling.
Oh my goodness,
just like you just can't help but like take your eyes off this character. You feel so bad for him.
He's a brute.
Very bad backstory. Like his backstory is so sad.
It is very heartbreaking.
And you think he's an asshole, but really he's got like the most heart out of anyone in this show.
He's like that really big scary bear, but then like inside he's a bunny.
He's religious too.
Super religious.
He's very religious, and he is like one of the best drummers ever in anime.
Oh my god, can that guy play jazz? Oh.
Like, he can give Miles Teller for a run for his money.
Him and Whiplash, eh?
Oh yeah, there you go. You should make an anime / live action movie. Miles Teller versus Centauro from Kids on the Slope.
Great anime, and I love that, like, he literally cared so much about the other character and wanted to become best friends with him and protect him because he knew he was that, like, underdog. He was that guy who wouldn't defend himself.
Oh, he always, like, says, like, random shit. Like, he kind of is a dummy.
He is.
He's just so likable.
But he's so kind.
And he's so compelling. Like, he's very compelling, this character.
Yeah.
And you can't help but root for him. You want to see him succeed. You're like, please
have a happy ending.
Have good things for you, man. Like, you
hope
feel
your future's amazing.
Feels so good. And the ending of his story, I won't spoil.
Is very amazing.
So good. So satisfying.
So heart-touching.
Oh, yeah. Like, they ended his story perfectly. They ended this entire anime perfect.
They did.
Such a perfect ending. And
I don't say that a lot about anime.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
And Centauro's relationship with his two friends is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Very
so
realistic. He actually acts like a real high school student.
Which you can relate to.
Oh, yeah. And I love this character so much.
Even the decisions they make.
Yeah.
Because what I like about an anime is they show you that in real life you make hard decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you might not like that decision, you have to make that decision. Everyone wants the happy ending. I get it. This ending is not necessarily happy or sad. It's more like
just good.
It just makes sense.
It's real.
It's life.
It's real. It's life. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
And the music in this
it's so good.
So good. If you love jazz,
I love jazz music. So.
And yes, Centauro, one of the greatest drummers ever.
Ever. Watch it.
Number 2.
My number 2, guys, is Nonna Osaki from Nonna.
Of course.
How typical. This is actually from Nonna.
Sheen's.
It's Sheen's. But anyways, so
You're not going to prostitute yourself like Sheen, are you?
I would never prostitute myself like Sheen. Oh, that's too funny. But anyways, I love Nonna for multiple reasons. I love Nonna because...
You're a lot like her, that's why?
Actually, kind of, which is really funny. You know, we both have a little bit of a tougher exterior when you meet us. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Nonna is, you know, she had a really hard life. Her mom literally ran away from her as a child and dropped her off at her grandma's, who passed away. So this girl literally grew up by herself. Mm. And, you know, it's just like, you know deep down that Nonna is very broken inside.
Oh, yeah.
But she doesn't show that to anybody, and then she meets somebody. She meets Ren at a very young age in high school.
Sid and Nancy relationship.
Very Sid and Nancy, but a little less fucked up. A little less.
She's not a drug addict like
She's not. She just has a lot of the emotional baggage. But, like, she is in love with him.
The show is centered mostly on the relationship between
Nonna and Nonna.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about the show,
and the band.
It's about everything. It's mostly about... kind of like Mongolian Chop Squad, where it's about an underdog band trying to make it in the world of music, and her ex-boyfriend made it, so that's her motivation. It's so kind of cool to see that. Her motivation is because she wants to be better. She wants to be better than Trap Nest. Her band will be better. Oh, yeah. She will be better than Ren.
She is.
And she is. She's so amazing. You hear her...
I need your love.
I'm a broken rose. Anyways, that's such a great song. I don't even care. It's my alarm clock. It annoys the shit out of everybody.
Turn that goddamn down.
But anyways, Nonna's fantastic. I love her friendship with the other Nonna, but what makes her a little bit better than the other Nonna, nothing about her annoys me. Everything she does makes sense.
I love Nonna. My favorite characters in that show actually is Yasu and Nobu. I love those guys. I love those characters.
Like, it's her band. I love her band.
I get it, though.
Her band is definitely the better of the two bands, because the other band, there's some despicable people in that fucking band, man. But, like, there's nothing despicable about Nonna. Nothing. Oh, no. Nothing. As much as you, like, see her, you automatically when you saw that
the
Nonna...
other Nonna, she's a little despicable.
She's a little bit despicable.
In the end.
Which is funny. They're like... You would not think that. You would think the darker Nonna would be a despicable person, and the funny, cute, bubbly one.
Innocent Nonna.
And she actually isn't, and that's what made me feel so bad for the other Nonna. She just wanted to keep their friendship, and the other one just fucks it up. She just fucks it all up. But anyways, it's Nonna. I love her.
I figured that'd be your number 2.
I relate.
I thought it was gonna be number 1. Actually,
I relate to her, and I love that. You know, it relates to my friendship with my best friend. We're pretty much those two. I'm not gonna lie to you. My best friend and I are the same. She's night and day to me, and I understand their friendship.
All right, get into my number 1. My number 1 favorite anime. Drum roll. Oh yeah, sure started already. Drum roll. Spike Spiegel. from Cowboy Bebop.
So surprising, right?
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Never.
It's not only my favorite anime, one of my favorite anime movies, the Cowboy Bebop movie, but Spike Spiegel is my favorite anime character. I love this character. He's three-dimensional. He's compelling. He's likable. He's relatable. He's awesome. He's badass. He's also
badass.
He's also a little feminine, actually.
You know, he has little bitch tendencies, but it's okay. It's okay.
He's feminine. Do you see how he fights? He fights like a ballerina.
He kind of does.
Like with his legs in the air. It's very feminine, but I kind of like it. It's very stylistic.
It's very stylish.
And as much as I love Jet Black. I love Jet Black.
Jet's still awesome. So
he's
Faye.
like the father.
And so is Faye. Like,
I love
Faye.
Faye. I love
great.
Vicious.
They're all great characters.
They're all great characters. Edward, not so much, but I like Edward. She's
like
a little
her.
annoying.
She's just got a squeaky, annoying voice.
Spike is just so good. He is the show.
He's the heart of the anime.
He's the main character, and he's great. He comes off sometimes as a little distant at times because he doesn't want to share his past, especially with Jet Black and Faye.
I think the thing is, I think he wants to keep that to himself.
But when you actually see his past,
oh my god,
you're like, well, no wonder he's keeping it secret.
Because it's all fucked.
And yeah, all the stuff he goes through is just so heartbreaking.
I don't understand how he lived. This guy survived so much shit.
He survives a lot. He gets shot, stabbed, sliced,
fall
through the window. Greatest moment in anime ever. I've mentioned this a bunch of times when he gets thrown out the window by Vicious.
And they're playing that song.
Basically, you get to see in just a 5-minute little montage everything about this anime.
Yep.
It's perfect. The atmosphere is perfect. The tone is perfect.
You
actually get to know how this anime starts. You pretty much know how it ends too.
You do. It's one of the best foreshadowing I've seen in an anime.
That's in Battle of Fallen Angels. That scene when he gets thrown out the window is one of the greatest scenes in any anime.
Because red roses represent something that people...
Him walking in the rain.
And roses. People should get that reference, but a lot of people didn't. But I loved it. I love that foreshadow. It was beautifully written. I don't know who wrote it, but it was very beautifully written.
And
it's very styled.
Shinichiro Watanabe, he also did Terror Resonance, Kids on the Slow, Samurai Shampoo, Cowboy Bebop is his masterpiece. And Space Dandy. Haven't watched it yet, but yeah. Cowboy Bebop is his masterpiece, and Spike is so good. Steve Bloom, who did the voice,
Steve Bloom, I love him. His voice is so amazing. I haven't heard a voice actor who had such an amazing voice, where I heard it and I was like, who is that?
Oh, yeah.
You know his voice from anywhere.
See ya, Space Cowboy. Number 1.
So this is actually going to come probably to a surprise to a lot of people. My number 1 is Guts from Berserk.
Another anime. I haven't seen this yet.
So Berserk is an anime that came out in like the late 80s. So it's a really old anime, similar to Bebop. Bebop actually came out a little after. Early 90s for Bebop, late 80s for Berserk. Now Berserk is set in medieval times, but what makes Guts my all-time favorite anime character is because I cannot understand how somebody can go through so much pain and suffering and heartache and not even, he's literally not meant to be born on this planet. He's not meant to be alive. So essentially, he's the Black Swordsman, and essentially, the show is weird. It starts off in the future and then flashbacks.
Sort of like a medieval show, isn't it?
It's very medieval. It's more like about the days of kings and queens and dukes and...
So it's not like Inuyasha or anything.
No, it's actually more like King Arthur, because it's about people fighting.
King Arthur anime.
Yeah, it's about fighting to take over a kingdom. It's beautiful, and Griffith is somebody you thought was supposed to be his friend, and not only does he have a betrayal in the hardest kind of way, he has his best friend rip out his entire life.
Damn.
And it is so heartbreaking, and he still prevails. And the fact that he is just over triumphing everything he goes through. He's got the most heart out of every character I've ever met, and not only is he fucking badass, and not only does he have a heart of gold, not only does he go through all this shit, but still come out with the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's cool.
I love Guts, and I don't like anime that's really violent, to be honest, and I still loved this anime.
And it's violent.
It's really violent.
I'll give it a watch then. Alright, cool. That was good top 10 list. And yeah, awesome. So please comment below, what is your favorite top 10 favorite anime characters?
Everyone's got some.
Oh yeah, comment below and let me know, and do you agree with us? And
probably not, but it's okay.
Yeah, and please look forward to our we're going to do another video in a few weeks, our top 10 favorite Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes. So look forward to that. It's going to be pretty awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Amazing. Joss Whedon! And yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.